Oh my lord, where is Anwen? Oh, Anwen has completely fell off the face of planet New Evolution. Holy shit! Subscribe! Zenless Zone Zero tier list for Prydwen has been updated as of version 1.4, which is going to be the release of Miyabi as well as Harumasa. So I think it's been a while ever since we visited Prydwen's tier list, so it's a pretty good time to kind of go back into the thick of it again, because we kind of had been a little bit of a tourist, but yep, let's just see. Criteria and roles, text, and changelog, they have all been updated, right? Bada boom, bada bing, bada bang. Okay. 3-man team. Okay, what is the new stuff? What is the new stuff? Okay, I guess we just gotta go for it, right? All are assuming at max rank drive this, and best 3-man team. Considered best in slot, good but not perfect substats. Right, S rank are all at E6. Oh, sorry, E0, and A rank all at E6, right? RSS as if they have the P5 of all. Okay. Oh, this is the A rank W engine, so they're all at S5. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Excuse my Star Rail brain rot. It is what it is, right? Then this is gonna be E0, or rather E1. Okay, cool. DPS covers both the attack class that focus on dealing direct and immediate damage, as well as the anomaly DPS counterparts who instead focus on scaling with anomaly proficiency and mastery. Their main job is to kill stuff as efficiently and as fast as possible. I think that's very, very fair. Main criteria: major influence on rating. Character damage output within best team to achieve max star rating or better in shield defense. Medium influence is going to be the ease and frequency of anomaly application on one or multiple enemies. Okay. What is anomaly application? I would have assumed that this is like the ease of usage for a character, but I guess how frequently or how easy it is to mark anomaly, right? Interesting. Because I don't think like units like Alan or Julian really care about anomaly that much, but okay. Stun class. Stun characters directly support the entire team, blah blah, stun and defense unit. Grant faster access to the chain attack windows, deal majority of the damage, brought to the team to deal tremendous amount of days, also secondary role providing buffs, debuffs. Play as on-field characters, taking up much of the team's combat time until the enemy is stunned to tag out and fully charge, deal blah blah. Also play as a complement to the damage dealer, allowing for continual, incredibly potent defensive assists, which allows for extreme days accumulation, while still giving time to a damage dealer on a team outside of the stun window. Interesting. Main criteria: how much days can a character deal to damage in a variety of different enemy scenarios. Medium influence: whether a character grants any buffs or applies any debuffs. Stronger blah, blah, blah. And minor influence: how much anomaly and damage can accumulate on stun while operating the maximum. Okay, I feel like me personally, I would definitely add another factor into the major influence, which is the damage you deal during the stun multiplier increase, because by this definition, Collider is a tier 0 unit, because Collider days an enemy ridiculously quickly. A single EX skill is like usually 50 to if not 60 of the days bar, right? 50 to 60 out of 100. So she days very, very quickly, but the damage during days is gonna be not as strong compared to a unit like maybe a Lycon and Ice Team and or even Qingyi, right? So because of that, I think the damage during days is also gonna be a very important criteria. But that's just me personally. Aside from that, I don't really think there's too much of a thing. Normally, it's kind of stuff also not that important. Support characters directly buff the team, bringing them benefits that equal or outweigh bringing another DPS or days focus. Best support class take up as little time as possible, or running full access to the sea of buffs. So major influence: how powerful are the buffs and how many other characters can benefit. The stronger the buffs, the more universal, the better. How much or how little? Okay. How much anomaly and days? Okay, I think support class is pretty standard, not too crazy there. Text updated. Oh. Special text. The most defining features of a character's kit: combo, swap back, charge, minion in Zenless Zone Zero. Holy shit. So it's basically just Rina and Lucy, TBH. Sub DPS, quick swap back, hybrid stun, hybrid support, short assault. Okay, so all these are the typical anomalies. Buff, debuff, and shield. Okay, I don't think it's too important. So viewers, feel free to just check it out yourself if you guys want to. Changelog updated. Miyabi has been added to the tier list. Haru Masa has been added to the tier list. I think this is the only change, right? We have combined the pure DPS and anomaly DPS into one column. I think that's an excellent choice. Because unlike Honkai Starbucks, where you have like specialists or like DPS, units in Zenless Zone Zero, they kind of all fulfill and accomplish the job at a very similar pace. I don't want to start any war, but it also kind of reminds me of like in Wuthering Waves, a lot of the DPS units, whether it be it like Hyper Carry or Dual DPS, I don't say they play the same, but it is about dealing as much damage as possible. So compared to a specific rotation, for example, like in Star Rail, Break Team, they differ a lot. Because they also need different buffs, right? Break Team, you want to break efficiency, all that kind of stuff. Then Hyper Carry, you want to create all that kind of stuff. So I think for Zenless Zone Zero, for the most part, as long as they deal that damage needed, it would be the most important factor of consideration to determine whether players should pull for them, right? You pull Jane Doe, even if she's anomaly, but if she's gonna be that DPS unit that can do a lot of damage, you're pulling for her. So I think it's a pretty good choice to kind of mix up both main, or rather both crit DPS, dual DPS, sword back DPS, anomaly DPS, all into the same DPS category. So that's chillin'. Intended to do this for a while now, but the release of Miyabi Certified Edition, absolutely. Anomaly was created under the premise that Anomaly would play vastly different. Nope, they play almost exactly the same. Alright, you want to spam their EX skill, you want to trigger whatever it is. Yeah, it is basically the same. And also, to be fair, they did update the decibel system, which means that old rotations last time is not as applicable anymore. So last time you would just all in your decibels onto a single unit and spam your main DPS out. Nowadays, you can just spam everybody's ultimate. Which I feel like we need to play a little bit more, because this has just been implemented, and just see what is the huge difference that is going to be between the old playstyle to the new playstyle, right? A lot of anomaly characters function as direct damage dealers akin to attack characters, with the main distinction being one stacks anomaly related stat and the other stacks crit. But now with Miyabi, that line is blurred. In Zenless Zone Zero, out of the current meta, we feel that attack and anomaly can be directly compared in terms of performance. Their roles are not different enough to keep them separate. I mean, technically, there really isn't like a world where it's kind of like, it's not like DOT in Starbucks versus Break, or like follow up versus DOT, right? So I kind of get what's going on. We added the meta lines that are already present in our other tier list. They split the tier list into 3 groups. So Apex, Meta, and Niche, okay, that's completely fine. There's no Forgotten Ones group, because the meta isn't as bad as Honkai Starbucks, and everyone is viable more or less. Apparently, there has been a Billy soloing tower up to like floor 70 or some shit. Crazy. We have also added a new tech, the quick swap tech, the swap back. I'm assuming they added this directly for Yanagi and Miyabi, right? The tech highlights the characters that benefit greatly from the swap back during or many of the abilities that have incredibly long animations. This allows the downside to be mitigated. Alright, absolutely. We have changed the color of anomaly. Alright, cool. Let's see. Ooh. Apex characters. Miyabi, the only tier 0 DPS. Lider tying with Qingyi and Caesar King being the only support. Lycon being the only tier 0.5, and all this but the bitches is gonna be it. Oh my lord, where is Anwen? Oh, Anwen has completely fell off the face of planet New Eridu. She is nowhere to be found anymore. Even Zhu Yuan is gonna be up. Anwen is like the Jing Yuan of Zenless Zone Zero. And yikes. That is pretty rough. Support Lucy, Nicole, and Rina, all of them being up there. I think this list, that there isn't anything too controversial. If anyone has played with Miyabi, absolutely no one will question this, right? This is 100% consolidated, 0 question, 0 debate. The world is in peace. The world is harmony. Kumbaya. All agree that Miyabi is the current best DPS in Zenless Zone Zero, bar none. And it is not even by close margin. Her damage is absolutely fucking ridiculous. So tier 0 alone, completely fair. Qingyi and Lighter, both of them also around the same ballpark. Unfortunately for myself, as a relatable player, I skipped Lighter, and I haven't been playing with him ever since the early access, so I don't even remember how he plays anymore, right? So I have not touched Lighter for a while, but if you guys like Lighter, feel free, but no comments. Now, Caesar King being the top tier support. Now, this is a little bit interesting because directly under their criteria for days, right? Or rather for stun, it literally says it is made up of the stun and defense class. The goal is to grant fast access to potent chain attack window, blah blah. And Caesar King is defense. So this is a little bit interesting. But I guess she's also not really like a days class, because you will still run her with another days unit, right? You will run Qingyi Caesar King with like your Alan Zhou, right? Something like that. Or Qingyi Caesar King, maybe not as good as Nicole for Julian, but you kind of get the situation. So yeah, she is very, very universal, very, very good. The only downside is that the shields buff, the attack buff, it's only applied to the character on field, so you can't really apply the buff to the off field character. So if you are gonna be running a double DPS or a dual DPS where you want their secondary anomaly damage to also be up at the same time, then Caesar King technically doesn't give the second unit a lot of buffs. So units like Lucy, for example, right, the buff is provided to your entire team, whether they're on field or off field. Units like Nicole, defense down is applied, so any damage that you're going to be dealing is going to get the defense down, or even like your Rina is a team, right? So this is the only downside. But aside from this, just strictly from terms of like comfort and all the buffs you provide, I think she still kind of consolidates herself at tier 0, even with the introduction of Miyabi as well as Nagi, right? Rina, I do want to say, she is ridiculously comfortable at M1. Her M1 makes her a lot more comfortable. In fact, I would dare say without M1, Rina might not be as comfortable as even Lucy and Nicole. Because these two, very quick field time, boom, press a skill, you're done. And very, very easy to use. But without the access of Rina's M1, I feel like in terms of like a buff, I might just choose Lucy or Nicole over Rina in subsequent. But that's just me personally. Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comment below, but I'm not going to harm that much. I do want to talk about this tier 0.5. Airware is not here. No. This might raise some concerns, especially for players that play Honkai Starbucks. Because this scenario gives Jingyuan mains PTSD when Akron was launched. And a very, very similar situation is happening right before our very eyes, where our premier Ice DPS in version 1.0, she has basically been power crept. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, I'm gonna use the word power crept. Ooh, power crept. The most dangerous word in the gacha community. Power crept. And by all sense and definition, I think it is kind of just what it is. Even in a mono ice team, although it is not Miyabi's best in slot team, the damage that she does it is just so much higher that even while not being optimal or as synergistic, she still does more damage than Ellen. In fact, I would dare say if you have Miyaba as a ice DPS, there's almost zero reason to even consider pulling for Airware. And it is a little bit unfortunate because Airware is actually the one of my only other S-rank agent that I put a signature weapon for. I have a E0 S on Airware completely free to play, by the way. And now, by 1.4, you know, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. So, the elephant in the room. Should players be concerned by this amount of power differential bringing... Wait, hold up, pause. Brother, why are you all stupid CC covering Zenless Zone Zero and bring in stupid people in the game LL? Just quit and don't play and make drama. You're absolutely goddamn right, buddy. You're absolutely goddamn right. You know, Zenless Zone Zero at this point, we do need a glue, right? All the current content creators that are covering Zenless Zone... Wait, let me pull up your message real quick. Give me 1 second. This is a very, very good message. This is a very, very good message. Yeah, right now, all the, you know, me, everyone, we lack a glue. We lack a glue in the Zenless Zone Zero community. And we are waiting for the glue to appear. You're absolutely right. So unless that glue appears, I believe it's gonna be rough, man. I have no idea, man. All the stupid content creators coming in Zenless Zone Zero, we should we should quit now. Don't play and make more drama. You're absolutely goddamn right. Waiting for one day where the glue appears, but until then, we're gonna have to hold the line. We have to hold the line until the glue in the Zenless Zone Zero community appears, right? You're absolutely goddamn right. Okay, anyways, back to me. VIP him now. Right, I'm chilling. I mean, I'm chilling, right? If bro said that shit in Santone test chat or like gacha smack chat, he's gone. But I'm chilling, right? I'm chilling. Okay, anyways, as I was saying, should players be concerned with this amount of power differential by 1.4? I think not yet, because it kind of reminds me of back when Honkai Starbucks first launched Akron, right? Technically speaking, you are still clearing content with Jingyuan. It's not like Jingyuan was unusable. And even though Jingyuan got quote-unquote power crept by Akron back then, look at what happened with Sunday. Bro rose up. A Jingyuan with Sunday is quite literally... Okay, maybe not literally. I feel like subjectively speaking, I feel like a Jingyuan with Sunday is stronger than an Akron without Jiaoqiu. Both at E0. You could contest me on this, but I kind of believe in that point, right? So, I don't think it's the end of the world. We should all quit Zenless Zone Zero. Holy power creep. If you guys want to quit Zenless Zone Zero, a better reason to quit the game. They censor Bernie's ass cheeks as well as everyone and their mom's ass cheek in the game. Peep this shit, chat. Okay, I can't even show you guys, but we literally... Wait, where is my... Wait, pause. This is the real reason, right? Fuck the power creep, fuck the tier list, fuck everything, because if I ain't seeing Bernie's ass, if I'm looking up to the sky, then what is the purpose of playing? So I'm just saying, okay, anyways, back to the tier list. So, there's my point. I don't think it's the end all be all. In the future, I think there's still a lot more room to grow. And Zenless Zone Zero's content is not as one-dimensional as Honkai Starbucks. Because in a turn-based game, team building is everything. In the actual combat, it is basically just skill, ultimate, basic, and you kind of just wrap it up from there. Whereas Zenless Zone Zero, it also depends a lot on your field, your Shogun, right? Your controls of the unit, similar to Wuthering Waves. So, not yet, but if... Actually, there's no but if. We'll just see how the future holds for us. But aside from this, I think all this can be pretty justified. I am not too sure about... Chat, should we let Giga Gyat stay in tier 0.5? Is this a valid placing? Or should Giga Gyat be with Alan? Because I feel like Anomaly DPS just plays a lot more comfortable than Crit DPS. Yes, she's still strong. Julian is better than Ellen. Yep, she's good with an... Alright, Sarah, do you see read the chat? What do you say? You should compare E6 Ellen to E0 Miyabi. Despair. Sure. But alright, so Julian is still strong. I just feel like, I don't know if it's just me, but like devs from Zenless Zone Zero, they really give a lot more favoritism to Anomaly units. The Anomaly DPS. It's almost like MiHoYo and Super Break. It feels a lot easier and a lot more comfortable playing with Anomaly rather than Crit. Because like for example with Ellen, right? If you didn't pull Caesar and you get knocked out of your final kick, you're cooked, buddy. And then for Zhu Yuan, unless your Qingyi has a very, very fast daze and you can kind of control her very well, she basically deals close to no damage. Then at that point, you might as well just play Anomaly unit because they also don't deal damage when you trigger Anomaly. Alright, so that is me personally. Apex character, all that said is said and done, so we are chilling. Move down. Ooh, meta. Haru Masa is the same tier as Enwen and Soldier 11. Holy shit! Enwen. What the hell happened to Enwen? Piper actually doing not too shabby. Then we do have Koleda and Anton here. Then this is gonna be Seth and Sokaku in the tier 1 category. Okay, DPS I'll save it a little bit. Stun unit, this and this. I think this is completely fine. Not really too much to talk about. This tier list doesn't really have a lot of change. Seth and Sokaku, both of them, I don't really like their playstyle. Me personally. Because for Sokaku, she's way too slow because of especially the final Vortex throw. Twirl, before you let go of the final order, it's very, very slow. And for Seth, you really need to use the Enhanced Heavy to activate the shield and buff, right? So it also can be a little bit draggy, unless you make use of the parry. But if you make use of the parry, you also lose the other half of the buff. So both of them do have their clunks. For Seth specifically, is there a role where we will still run Seth over any of our supports, chat? I feel like for every situation that I kind of want to run Seth, I'd rather just run Lucy. And just press skill and just get it over and done with. Jane Doe still wants Seth. So Kaku out is just super. That is fair though. Yeah. Oh right, because everyone can use the out now, right? Yeah, that is also pretty fair. Jane, Seth, Bernice, Miyabi, Caesar, Yanagi. Jane Doe is better with Seth. I see. So we're running Jane Doe, Seth, and Bernice. Miyabi, Caesar, Yanagi. Okay, that does sound pretty good. But what if Jane Doe, Bernice, and Lucy? Is that better? Or is that worse? Because I'm assuming like this gives us simultaneous buffs, right? And also Lucy, now we can activate Lucy's ultimate. I'm not sure if y'all remember. Lucy's ultimate is actually really, really good. Because you get this additional team-wide 10 recover energy. And you can actually use this now. Because last time we couldn't even use Lucy's ultimate. Oh, yeah. And when the skill hits, we also trigger a free quick assist. So I don't know who is strictly better, but I feel like if you ask me, I would rather just raise up my Lucy. And then maybe if Seth is like, I don't know, like 5%, 1% better, I would probably just still stick with Lucy just from a resource efficient standpoint. Because in Zenless Zone Zero, the resource, the resource needed to build a unit, it feels a lot steeper than any of the other games. I wouldn't want to just burn a resource to build Seth when I can just run Lucy. Because the amount it takes to build one guy up is quite a bit. It's really, really quite a bit. Especially when you consider the amount of fucking trace materials needed. Even for an A rank agent, it is quite a bit. So yeah, that's me personally, right? So I still have not raised Seth myself, just because for any world I can run Seth in, I'll just run Lucy and just call it a day. But I'll leave it up to you guys. But all Hoyo games are the same resource. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay. I got one guide. Oh, Sarah say I'm right though. Sarah say I'm right. So is Sarah right or is Chet right? It's not okay. Oh, war between Sarah and Chet. Do you guys think Zenless Zone Zero have a resource building problem? Leave it down in the comments below, right? Okay, I'm just gonna move on while Chet go at war with Sarah. So that's gonna be there for the support as well as the stun. For the DPS category, I'm gonna keep it about Soldier 11. Actually, I think she's fine with Lighter. Lighter plus Soldier 11 is actually not too shabby, especially when you combine them with the buff, right? So I think this is okay. Piper? How is Piper, guys? I don't think I've used Bro for like super. Ever since I got Jane Doe, I gave up on Piper. How is Piper? She's good. She's a Baba. M6 is good. So good. Piper is better than Soldier 11. Soldier 11 Glazer up there. Oh, Soldier 11 is worse than Piper. Oh, Soldier 11 is worse than Piper. I honestly wouldn't know because I have neither Lighter nor... I don't even think I have Soldier 11 in my account. Wait, I actually don't think I have Soldier 11 in my account. The last time I played Soldier 11 was during Lighter's early access. And I had access to both. So I actually can't really input that much for Soldier 11 and Lighter. But okay, so apparently Chat thinks that Soldier 11 is worse than Piper at M6. M6 to M0. Interesting. Once again, tourists, not enough insight, not enough to comment, so I'm just gonna shut the fuck up. Chat, y'all can go ahead and decide if Piper or Soldier 11 deserve to be tier 1, and they can make a swap. I think Harumasa and Ellen and Wen being the same tier 1 is kind of agreeable, so I don't really think there's too much to talk about that. And finally, niche character, Big Ben. Ooh. Okay. I can't speak for every single Big Ben, but I have seen a ridiculous Big Ben in CN clearing Tower 100. Bro just has infinite parries. He legit has infinite parries. Because aside from Caesar King, Big Ben is the only other character that has infinite parries. And Bro just have infinite counter attacks, and deals a ridiculous damage. But there is this one CN Big Ben that I saw targeting them solo, right? So I'll leave it up to you guys if you guys like Big Ben, but I never use him, so it is what it is. Grace, Nico, Mata, Anton, Billy, and Huan Huan. Unfortunately, if you guys pull for Yanagi, there's almost no role that you would consider running Grace with Miyabi or even like Gino, right? So a lot of competition for an electric anomaly, so it kind of is what it is. Nikomata, I feel like she's quite fun to play. I think Nikomata was one of my first 5 stars ever in Zenless Zone Zero. I think she's very nice to play, especially with dash attacks and everything, so might not be that bad. And if we give her like the best slot team, if you give her a lot of investment, I think it might not be that bad. But I have a bit of a bias because she's my first ever 5-star. I think my first ever 5-star in CBT2 was with Nikomata. So I played her by quite a bit. So I think she's not too bad. But I'll leave it up to you. And all this I never played before. Anton mains, Billy mains, Huan mains. Yo, I'm sorry. I've never played with them before. No comments whatsoever. And then I just can kind of just leave it with this, right? So, okay. With that, we have come to the end of the Zenless Zone Zero Zenless Zone Zero tier list update from Prydwen. Hail Miyabi, hail Miyabi. Word of the day is gonna be, why don't you really go? Join Twitch, join YouTube, join Discord, join Twitter, join all the videos. See you guys next time. Take care. Woo!